Recording started. Hi, welcome back to Twin Tarot. I'm Gary.
And I'm David. You know, he was singing New York, New York earlier. If I had just hit record, you could have seen him wiggling his butt as he was leaning over something back there singing
That's
Sinatra.
right. Yeah, I was turning on the heater in here because it's a little chilly in the shed.
Mind you, it's like you're in New York, even though you're not in New York.
Yeah. I had a little Frank Sinatra. I was on the flight home from England. I decided to watch movies. I read my Monty Python book on the way out, and so I was watching movies on the way back. So I watched The Godfather, and I was watching Goodfellas, and then I watched Deadpool 2 and Deadpool 3.
Excellent. Have you seen Godfather before?
Yeah, I've seen it before.
Okay.
It was the only bummer was I couldn't turn on.
It's great. You can watch that movie. Could be watched several times. It never gets old or lousy. You know?
No, it really has held up quite well to the test of time. Like I said, the only thing I kind of regret is the quality of the movie and the quality of the sound on an airplane is not great. So it's nice to have subtitles to be able to understand what the dialogue was.
Sure.
But I was thinking of the Frank Sinatra character in that as I was.
Oh yeah, Johnny LaFontaine or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Johnny Fontaine.
Fontaine, yes.
I swam with some LaFontaines back in the day.
Okay.
That's why I had to get rid of the law. It's kind of a habit.
So I was watching The Godfather, and I was watching Goodfellas, and then I was watching Cash Peters. Now there's a segue, right? And what was striking me is lessons to be learned about the situation that we're finding ourselves in. Let's face it, Trump is not the favorite president of anyone that is watching this channel. Even the trolls probably would have an argument of whether Trump is their favorite president.
Oh, there's nothing to debate on that.
Yeah. So, but there seems to be a benefit. Now I will begrudgingly say this, okay? But I have thought this in the past, and just dwelling on it on the airplane and watching Cash Peters' video last night when I was starting to catch up on all the stuff I've been missing. There's lessons that we are learning from Trump. What his role is in the universe right now. One of the things that I will give a nod to Trump is I thought we were far less racist than we were as a country before he took office, right?
Yeah.
I thought we were a lot less sexist as a country before he took office. I thought the checks and balances we had in Congress were a lot stronger than they were before Trump took office. I thought the Supreme Court was a lot more forthright and upright and above it all than it was before Trump took office.
If somebody had said, you can't trust a politician, they're all on the dole, it's all corrupt, you probably would just looked at that person and say, man, you're just a jaded cynic.
Yeah, you're just cynical as hell. I thought the court systems, if you have a good lawyer, you're liable to get off a lot easier, or maybe completely get off, than if you have a public defender. But he's also shown us that the court system is really quite broken, especially if you're a former presidential, a former president, or the head of, the lead candidate for a major political party. So there's a lot of things that we don't like about Trump, but he's also exposing a lot of the shortcomings and the crap that's broken in our society right now.
And to jump in there, several years ago, I had a reading done with Gary Wimmer. He's intuitive down in Texas. He had an NDE, is a great story. You can look up Gary Wimmer on YouTube and find his story. He also I want to say he was on Next Level Soul podcast too recently. He also does he throws stones or ruins and does reading on that. I've got his book. I can't remember. Lithomancy, I believe is what it's called. Anyways, in my reading with Gary, we were talking about politics, and one of the things Gary threw out there was that Trump is the guy who pulls the canvas off the lifeboat so that you can see where all the holes are in the lifeboat. And it's going to give you the opportunity to make all the repairs and patching up that you need so that that lifeboat can survive the ocean when it's dropped in there and you need it to stay in. So as much as we don't like this process, it's kind of a necessity because he's exposed. He talked about draining the swamp. He drained the swamp all right because he wanted to show us where all the monsters were. And he likes to add a few of his own on top of that.
Yeah, he just replaced them with worse monsters.
Yeah, so Gary was having, my brother, Gary, was now having a suggestion, like maybe we should do a reading on lessons learned, lessons that we're supposed to learn from Donald Trump in his presidency in 2017 through 2020 and his his challenging, basically he's campaigning for the last 4 years, whether it's challenging the authenticity of our elections, going after political rivals, saying and doing, committing felonies and being convicted and delaying his court cases, so on and so forth. What are the lessons we're supposed to be taking away from this?
Yeah, I just had two more that came to mind. One is showing the bias in the news cycle, corporate media, and the kind of the underhanded nature and influence that big money has in elections.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll let you start off first maybe we could do like just some 4-card readings. You do one, I do one, you do one, I do one, as opposed to I don't know if we really need to do the massive past, present, future type thing. I think if you're looking at lessons, we could just do some 4-carders and knock this thing out.
So what's the first lesson we want?
Yeah, let you go.
Okay.
Your idea, you got to go first.
Okay, so
it's all business. It's nothing personal, Gary. It's business.
Yeah, exactly. I really liked you, David. It's nothing personal. It's just business. Okay, so is Trump? Did we all sign up for this? Lord help us all. Is his purpose to show us where stuff is broken and where we need to fix it? The things that we need to fix. Okay, Foundation, the Empress. Yeah, because if you don't fix it, things will start looking like Mother Russia.
Yeah, that's the path we're going down too.
It absolutely is. And if you don't fix it, there's no real way out of that path. Ace of Pentacles, there's lots of money that's behind a lot of this. Money and new ideas to be like Mother Russia, I suppose. That this creates a lot of sorrow, and it could be sorrow because what we thought was good really was bad. But the thing is, behind us, we still have some good things. Even though he's destroying and knocking shit over like a upset 10-year-old who just lost a game of Monopoly, even though all the pieces are over here, there's still good things that have come out of this. And it's new messaging that's coming forth that it could be the younger generation, the kids that are my kids' age. They're coming forth and they're seeing this and they're saying, no, we need to take a different action. We need to take a different path. That's what I got.
It almost looks like, looking at that, if you are lazy and entitled and don't fight for your democracy, you're going to be stuck with the choices that big money will take over and fill that void. And then you're stuck with what their agenda is going to be, and it's not going to be in your best interest.
Yep.
All right, so 4-card for me. What's another lesson we're supposed to learn from Trump's presidency and his political activism for the last 8+ years? The Lover's card. It's about the relationships. Could be coming together or splitting apart. We got the Death Card, man, major arcana here. High Priestess, Judgment, 4 major arcana, and the Knight of Pentacles. This is a major lesson. That's one of the major lessons we're supposed to learn is we're divided, and we're supposed to learn to come together. This is a very biblical one with Adam and Eve, the tree with the apple tree, the serpents climbing up the apple tree. But it's like accepting people for their sins, but understanding that we're supposed to be together, not apart. It's wiser to band together, find your commonality as opposed to your differences. Trump is the great divider.
Yep.
He doesn't unite people, he divides people. And sometimes if you divide people, you've got to see how bad it gets so that you can be united. Now, what's going to unite us? It's a gift. It's a gift to find out we've been divided. And if we can, find the wisdom in these separate pillars, they may be different colors, but they both represent justice. Put an end to the division and be honest with ourselves about what we want our world to be, because we need both sides working together in order to advance in the society. You can't do it without both groups. The analogy I've used in the past is like planning a vacation. You've got some people who are really great about, this is what I want my vacation to be. We're going to spend 6 weeks in Europe. We're going to hit this and this and this and this and this. And then you have the other person who's like really good at planning things out and budgeting. And they're going to look at the budget and say, you know what? That's great. If we sell our house, our kidneys, and our third child there, we might almost be able to afford this.
Yeah.
Tell you what, not 6 weeks, 3 weeks. We're going to skip these countries, but like make a list of the 3 countries you want, not 6 countries, 3 countries, and the things you absolutely want to see most in those 3 countries, and pare it down, so that what you end up with is an amazing vacation that you hit all the highlights and something you can afford that's not going to break the bank, so that there's memories and you can still help afford to send your kids to college one day.
And keep your house.
And keep your house. And your kiddies.
And that third kid. Did have
to sacrifices need to be made. We needed that third kid anyways. So just the baby, and it causes the second kid to have the middle child syndrome. You get rid of 2 bad things by getting rid of that third kid.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't matter which third kid, though.
Oh, that's true. I was just going in sequentially. Okay, so yeah, all 3 of them better start tithing pretty nicely.
Yeah. Spoke like a real parent. All right, your turn. Another lesson we're supposed to learn.
Okay.
Just ask. What lesson are we supposed to learn? Don't come up with some question like, well, what is Trump's left shoestring going to tell us about the economic future of
sorry, do you want to just keep it very general? What's the number?
Yeah, keep it general. General lesson. Let spirit go. Let the spirit course through you. What are you doing during the time I'm reading? Why aren't you shuffling those cards?
I was, but that wasn't the question I was thinking of. Okay, so what is another lesson we can learn from this?
Yeah, spirituality can be really difficult sometimes, Grumble.
Okay. Well, I also get chastised for not shuffling the desk and allegedly stacking it.
Well, do like 3 shuffles, then do an. Oh, you can't do an overhand shuffle because your deck's too thick. Never mind.
Yeah, so is my brain. So what else can we learn? Is that
we bicker a lot in real life,
Yeah. There are the haves and the have-nots.
There you go.
And that there's room in the house for all of us. Trump has also shown us that he's got that firm belief that if you win, I lose. And that it certainly doesn't have to be the case, but it's a mentality that a lot of folks have. And that
I wonder if that's almost like a card of marginalization too, if you think about
exactly. The qualifier is you need to fight for everybody. You've got to be able to defend everyone in the nation. You start punching down on the people in the LGBTQ plus community. I might even be missing a couple of letters because I think it keeps expanding. You've got to fight and defend for them. Reproductive rights, you need to fight and defend for that stuff, because there's people out there that think that if you win, they lose. High Priestess, you need to think about things and be wise about things. Page of Swords, it's about creativeness, being willing to stand up for what you believe in. And then underneath it, the Page of Wands, like taking new actions. It's kind of the young generation. Once again, I think it's the young generation is seeing what's happening, and they're seeing the things that need to be changed, the mistakes that the boomers have made, the silent generation has made, the Gen Zers the Gen Xers are currently making, and the millennials and the Gen Zs are now looking at this saying, this isn't really the direction I was hoping we would be going. There you go.
Cool. I gotta throw one more.
One more.
4 lessons. 4 lessons for Sister Sarah.
I thought that was 2 rules for Sister Sarah.
Well, they were twins, like us. So there's really 4 of them. Maybe she had double vision.
Sister Sarah was a sister with a past. I can tell you that.
Yes, very much a past, as Clint Eastwood's character found out. All right. So, last lesson here. What is another lesson we're going to learn from Trump's actions over these past 8 years? Wheel of Fortune. It's going to be ongoing too, and you sort of, it's karmic. Things are going around and around. When are you going to put it to a stop? We have strong emotions right there. I think more people are passionate about their elections, their rights, their values than have ever been before. He's really woken people up. And it's about your values. What do you value? Are you going to kneel at the font of wealth, or are you going to step back, appreciate what you have, and give everybody that opportunity to have the things that they enjoy in life? The other part is kind of a social justice card here. Part of it is him absolutely assaulting our judicial system and showing how our justice system isn't fair and balanced. It is definitely weighted towards Caucasian people, wealthy people, males, Christian males, that sort of thing. There's definitely favorite sons in all this. It's going to keep going round and round and round until we decide to take a different path. And if that path, you have to deal with wealth and appreciation, your powerful emotions, and the legal system. And it's sort of social justice. What's fair for everybody out there, not just the wealthy people, but everybody. And again, if he hadn't been in there, you and I wouldn't be doing this channel.
No, we wouldn't.
I was not wildly political back in 2015. I voted for Obama. I was excited to put him in office. I voted for Obama in the re-election. I was excited to put him in there. But once he was in there, it wasn't like I was reading the news every day to find out what wonderful things he's doing in the country. I was working. I was just doing my life, trying to keep ahead of things.
Yep.
Hell, I dragged you kicking and screaming into this.
Yeah, I enjoy politics not at all. I really, truly do not like politics. I never have. I don't find it very interesting, or previously. But at this point, it's like, holy cow, there's so much going on here.
There's a lot writing on it. There's a lot of stuff writing on it.
Yeah, when your future or your kid's future is based on this, you educate yourself really damn quick.
Yeah.
About this. And it's hard because I know for the folks out there that have made it this far into the video, and I read all the comments. I read literally every single one. I know how this is impacting you. I know how this is impacting me. I know how this impacts my brother. We're all we're getting hit from all sides, and it's not always great news. And it's just, we signed up for this. For whatever reason, we felt that we could make a difference at this point in the Earth cycle and for the United States. So we have to kind of gird our loins, as it were, and put on our big boy and big girl underpants and take this country in the direction that it needs to get taken to make it better. Not only for us, but for our kids and our children's children. Anything else?
Nope, got nothing else for you. Thank you, everyone, for watching this video and supporting our channel. We do appreciate it.
If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. I expect I'm going to get slammed somewhat in the comments.
Well, we'll just turn off the comments, and then you won't have to deal with it. You'll get like hours of your life back.
No kidding. We post videos every day at midnight. This is for entertainment purposes only. Dave and I are not psychics. We don't have Meister talking in our left ear.
That would be amazing. No, well, that's a clairaudient.
Oh, a clairaudient.
We're not clairaudients. That's you're not.
We're throwing cards and we're trying to interpret.
You're clairaudient now. Can you hear me? This is your spirit guide speaking.
Wow, my spirit guide sounds just like my brother.
It's amazing.
So it's Sunday. It's 1 p.m. I hope you all are enjoying a wonderful day, and we will catch you tomorrow.
Yeah, take care, everyone. Have a good one.
Bye.